Hi guys, my name's Lucas. Welcome to Man Time. Today's episode we're going to be clearing some woods. I've got to run a water line through there. I've started it. I'm going to be getting my equipment ready to take back and clear some of the down trees, cut down some new trees. I'm going to be using my Husqvarna 350, possibly my 455, some various axes, and I'm going to get all that stuff ready. Prepared to go in the woods. I'm going to take you along. Come join me. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is going through my chainsaw, making sure that it's set up and ready to go. Like I said, it's a Husqvarna 350. It is a older model. As you can see here, 350. Probably made in the 90s sometime. I'm actually on my third piston and second jug on this one. I've been using it for quite a while. It actually came with the property. You can see there, guy's name who used to own it. It's been a pretty good saw. So let's take a look at it here, see where we're at. Trying to keep all my stuff sharpened, lubricated, maintained. Of course, we've got some bar oil, some essentials to come along with us. Hand axe. This is just basically a standard axe you can get at Sears if you've still got one nearby you. I just purchased this maybe 6-8 months ago, and it's been my carry when I'm out in the woods in this nice Grizzly Peak scabbard. What else do we got here? Let's see if we can adjust our bar. We've got just a little too much slack in the bar there. They say, as a general rule of thumb, when you pull down on one of these cutters, you want to see just barely a full 2 eyes on either side from the middle there. So I'm just beyond that. I can see all the way to the third eye. So for this particular model, you've got 2 nuts that hold the bar at whatever setting you've got there. You can see there the bar kind of dropped down. That means that we're ready to take our adjustment screw that's located here, and we're going to give that a little tighten. And again, we want to pull down and see just 2 full eyes, right? So you got one there, one there, one there, one over there, and I can just get both of them to show the full eye. So we're good there. We're going to go ahead and tighten her up. Really don't need too much tension on them. You just want to even tension on both of them. A few nice things with this saw. Again, it's old, but it works well. You've got your release, pressure release switch here. You've got your choke here. Choke out, choke in, run, off, and it automatically goes to on when you pull the choke out. So we'll check our fluids, and then we will get into the field. I like these automatic spouts on these things. When they first came out, I was a little skeptical, but they do work really well, especially for filling up chainsaws and dirt bikes and things like that. I use the same ratio for my mixed gas in my chainsaws as I do my dirt bikes. It's a 50-to-1. And I've started running just regular because I don't know why I was burning up so many pistons in this thing. I'm thinking it's because of the high octane. Ever since I switched to regular octane, my dirt bike still runs fine, and I'm not burning up pistons in my saw, so that works good. So I've got the chainsaw filled up with fluids. Chain is set. It's been sharpened last time it was put away, so it's good to go. I'll give it a test start here to make sure there isn't any issues before I take it out to where I'm actually needing to cut and clear some woods. It's a real pain when you get out there and it's not working, and it's best just to find issues beforehand while you're up here at the house, and you can fix them with all your tools. So we'll pull our choke out, push in our pressure release. As soon as you hear that boom, that means it's ready to go. Got a little too much gas, turn your choke off. Get pressure release in. One thing I noticed before I want to take my axe out for use is I look at the edge and I kind of feel to see what's going on there. And if you can see here, it has got just some nasty stuff on it. And I remember the last time I was using it, got a little bit too close to something on my property, a milk truck, and as I was clearing some trees around it, I got into it a little bit, so I need to get those off of there. Man, that's a hard edge. Wow, I really did some damage there. Okay, I can feel that edge just starting to roll over a little bit. This side's still in pretty good shape. I just want to take any of those little burrs off of there. And then I'll touch it up with a stone as I'm going along. I really like this cruiser style axe, double bit axe. It is really handy, especially for something like this where I'm clearing a bunch of different sized trees and limbs. And it's probably my preferred axe of choice. It's a little plumb what they call cruiser axe. You can just barely make out the plum emblem right there. Go! Settle down. Settle. Settle. Hey, hey, give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Right. Go get the moles. Go get the moles. Hi guys. Welcome back. My name's Lucas, and this is Man Time. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. You doing alright? Doing good? Okay. Let's cut some wood. So today I'm going to be clearing some of this brush you can see behind me here. Sorry, my dog is kind of a freak. So I'm cutting through the woods here to run a water line to what is going to soon be our future house. This is the hayfield behind me here. Up on the other side of it, kind of way up there in the woods, is where we're planning on building the house. And so we've got to get a water line through here. So here's where it is. I don't know if you can see back down over there-ish is an easement that the neighbors have that run through to their property further back. So I'm going to kind of run right along that, but I got a little off course as I went down through here, and so I'm a little too far this way, and what I need to do is push back into the woods a little bit this way. And you can see kind of back in the woods over here how thick and dense it is. It's kind of easy to get lost. So I'm going to start by cutting up all this wood over here and getting a little smaller so I can put it in a burn pile and go from there. So I'm going to be running my Husqvarna 350 and enjoy. The one thing you want to make sure you have on is your safety glasses in case anything comes back on you. I don't have my hat today because I'm not dealing with a lot of things that can be falling on my head. I'm mainly cleaning up what I've already cut, and then I'm going to get that piled up to where I can actually burn it. You can see there my dog had a little bit of a mange issue. We're still working through that. He seems to be doing pretty good. I can't help but bring home some strays every once in a while, and looks like he's going to be a pretty good dog. So let's get after it. I say we start right here, Sam, huh? Okay, so good or bad, I got caught doing something dumb there. I was trying to use the chainsaw to kind of cut through the brush, and I was cutting through 20, 30 small limbs at a time, and well, something happened here. It looks like my Looks like my wheel on the front got stopped up with gunk and debris, and that'll happen. So there's a couple tools that you want to keep with you while you're using your saw and your equipment, and we can pretty quickly and easily, you can see there, we've got that wheel freed up now, and it's going to run just fine. Got a little oil hole in there, oil hole the other side. You can see the bearings in there, and just make sure that's all cleared out, and then we can go about putting the chain back on. And the easiest way to do this is just loosen up your two nuts that hold your bar tight and retract your bar using the adjuster screw all the way back. And you'll see your bar drawn back as you're screwing on this. And hopefully nothing else got messed up as a result of that chain coming off of there. There's a of course, you've got your brake inside of here, and we may get a chance to look at that a little bit closer here in a second if we can't get the bar back far enough. Well, yeah, feels like the chain's knotted up inside of there. So, don't panic. Loosen up your nuts on here. Like I said, don't panic. Loosen up the nuts on here. And let's see what we got. Okay, yep, the chain is knotted up, pushed back. Let's see here. We've got the chain knotted up right inside of there. So, oh, look at there. A little twist on that. Maybe a little pry on this. Oh yeah, it cut right in there. There we go. Okay, so now is it going to stay unknotted, or did it permanently get funkled up there? Boy, I don't like the looks of that. It might be alright. Let's see what all tools we got in the old car. Whew. Boy, I've got some ants on the prowl right now. Let's see if I can lighten this up for you a little bit here. There we go. Yeah, I got the sun coming in on us a little bit. Okay, so here's what I found. I found an anvil of sorts, some pliers, and we'll see what those can do. And let me set this up a little different here. Okay, well, we're good where we're at, I guess. Okay, so here's what I've got, and here's what I'm thinking. Let's pull the chain off of here. So we've got this link right here that's bound up and just doesn't want to move. So I'm going to try just initially with the pliers. See if I can't. Well, these are lineman pliers or something weird. They don't open up very much. So I'm going to use this as kind of an anvil, wherein we just hit the little bugger and maybe it'll come loose. Huh. Look at there. Alright. Goldie's excited. Okay, so next we want to get this back on there. We want to get it back on there going the right direction. You want to look at your teeth and make sure they're going to be biting, coming back at you. So there we go. And we already had the bar loosened up. So whew, a little warm out here. I know it's springtime. While I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and clean a lot of this dirt and chunks out of here. I'm working it pretty decently. And well, again, that's why you check all this stuff at the house before you bring it out into the field, where you can have these catastrophic type breakdowns. I'm making up words. Like a bush over here, clearing brush and making up words like catastrophic. Okay, so we're lined back up with our tensioner through there, and what I'll do is I'll take and put some tension on the bar to take some of the slack out of the chain. Man, it's a good thing I drive a Subaru. This would be painful if I drove some other vehicle. Okay, so there's some of the tension out of the chain. We can get our cover back on here. Again, that just lines right up there. Take our nuts, where we got those things. There they are. Alright, so nuts. Blow some of the trillings out of there. And snap those on there. Okay, so now we've got, again, just double check for our own sanity here. We've got the chain going the right direction, right? Our cutting edge is going away from us on the top, toward us on the bottom. Still got a little bit of some tension on there. Alright, so there we go. 1, 2, I can see that one. Third one's just coming down, but I want to leave it just a smidge loose since we had that catastrophic failure there. Probably want to let it run in just a little bit. Okay, I'm not even going to try to twist that by hand and wreck my fingers, so typically when somebody gets done doing something like that, they go and try to go ahead and spin that chain around. Well, my pretty little hands would be pretty jacked up if I did that. So, get a glove on here, or take your chain wrench, the multi-purpose chainsaw tool here, with a little wrap. Oh, it's bound up pretty good. Oh yeah. It is not wanting to turn. Okay, so it's not wanting to turn. So there we go. That's why we double check things. Loosen your cover plate back up here. Not the end of the world. Give it a little bit more slack. Try it again. There we go. We got in there, we started messing around with things. Of course, our first problem here was, again, this on the top was froze up. And we've pretty well got everything freed up. Hopefully this chain will have suffered no ill effects. But we'll see here. As soon as we get to run it a little bit, let it run in. I'm going to leave it a little loose now that I know it's not really liking spinning right now. I'm hearing something weird in there. We'll leave it there for now and try it out. I might need to replace this gear inside of there. That'd probably be the third one that I'm on. Like I said, the saw's been beaten and abused, but we'll see how she does here. All right. Well, there we go. Proof's in the pudding. Just needed to be taken off there, reset a little bit. You can see now it's loose. We got to go back. We got to tighten it back up. But she's freed up. She's nice and smooth now. We got all that goo and tree bits and everything out of that gear. And still got a little bit of tension on there. But there again, I think once it kind of wears back in, it'll be just fine. Guys, thanks for joining me today on Man Time. This is what I do out here. I work a normal engineering job, 9 to 5, 7 to 5. And on the weekends when I get off work, I come out here, spend some time outdoors, play with some tools, fix some tools, ride around on tractors, work the land, and enjoy some quality man time. Thanks for joining me. I hope that was recording.